lollipop.
Exactly. Talk to him.
Juicy lot, aren't you?
Talk to him. Sorry, let me read that out again.
Where parents show him the way.
This is what I was going to say. We're on the same wavelength. I can't stop thinking about you.
Like in a bloody sex
Where
shop.
there was... Hello, honeys.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining me now, then hi, my name's Imogen.
My name's Spencer.
And we are a married couple, loving life here on YouTube. We do all sorts of videos here.
Yes.
So if you are new here, I'd be so grateful if you subscribe, because I think it's like 62% or something at the moment of people that watch me aren't subscribed. So I'd be so grateful if you did.
Join us.
Yeah, I upload every Tuesdays and Saturday. I upload every Tuesday and Saturday.
Yes.
So yes.
Turn on those bell notifications and
Yes.
make sure you can see every video.
Wow. So today we're going to be doing a much anticipated video, highly requested from yourselves, because we did this a couple of months ago and you guys really liked it. So just a quick disclaimer before we go into what we're going to do. We are going to be filming a sex dilemma Q&A.
Yes.
So you guys have sent us all sorts of sex questions, sex related questions, and we're going to be answering them. We're very open, we like to communicate, we like to talk about these things, we like to break down the taboo subjects of sex.
Yes, definitely.
Sex is normal, sex is healthy, you know.
And it's good to talk about it.
It's good to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not here encouraging anyone to go and have sex. We just think it's an important topic to have, especially as being parents. I had parents that were very open with me, and I think it's actually the way that...
We just want people to have safe sex.
Yeah.
And, you know, make sure it's consensual.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
So if you are young here and it's not something which you should be watching, then actually on my YouTube channel, my analytics does say that 18 to 25 is my actual massive audience. That's my main audience, 18 to 25. So if you are younger and you've maybe signed on and you're not meant to be watching this, then please don't. But also I can't stop you from watching it, but I hope that we're educating people out there to be open and break down taboo subjects.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get in with the video.
Let's get in with the video. I mean, our beautiful princess wouldn't have been born without us loving life, you know?
Absolutely.
Ready?
A little bit of a...
Clear the throat. Dodgy. Okay, right, let's start. Let's hit them hard. My fiance is awful in bed and I don't know how to tell him. Wow. That's quite difficult.
Yeah, especially as you're going to be going into marriage together as well.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we say it every time we do these videos.
We do.
Communication is the massive factor when it comes to in the bedroom or wherever you wish to do it.
In relationships, friendships, any ship.
Yeah.
You know, like, you need to communicate. But it is hard. Actually, one of the questions, I'll tie it in with this because I feel like it's going to help. One of the questions was, you always talk about communication, but it can be so awkward and difficult, to be honest. Yeah. So tying in with that, yes, we do always say communication, and it's so much easier for us to say because we communicate very well as a partnership. But some people in their relationships find it really hard to communicate to their other half, like,
I guess so, yeah.
I didn't like that, and I didn't like that. Sure. Because I think we can see it very... Or
they might feel slightly embarrassed to ask in the first place, to be like, you know, they might not have the confidence to do that.
But I'd hope, if you're... You go, sorry, you go.
No, you go. You go.
Okay. I'd hope that because you're engaged and this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, that you could feel somewhat okay with just being honest. And it has to be a sensitive chat, because no one wants to know that they're not great in the bedroom. Your partner might have been in previous relationships where he might have always just gone thinking that what he was doing was good, and everyone's different. Every person and every relationship is compatible in different ways. There's things that I like that Spencer, when we first were going out, I was like, I'm telling you to do these things. And there's things you like that you were saying, not telling him to do them, but saying, I like it when you do that, you know, placing his hands in certain areas that I like. And I think that is an easier way of communicating in some ways.
Better to hurt someone with the truth than to lie. There is a saying, isn't there? Hurt someone with the truth
than hurt them with a lie.
Yeah, hurt them more with a lie. Yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah. And I think sex, consider you're getting married or whatever, you're spending the rest of your life with this person. Yeah. Sex in any relationship is very important. It's not the be all and end all. It should be based around your lust, because I feel like lust is an amazing factor to have, but also you have to have trust. You just have to have an open communication and be honest, but subtly in some respects, because you have to be sensitive to their feelings. So, you know, you could say things, you could be in the moment, and instead of saying things, maybe move his hips a certain way, say, why don't we do this? Or say, don't you think?
Yeah, right. Why do you do like this?
Or like putting his hand in a way that you like, or maybe instigating a bit of foreplay that you like things like that. And if that doesn't go the right way, and he's like not up for the things you want to try within the moment,
maybe if that doesn't work, just have an open chat.
Yeah, maybe if at the dinner table and you're having like a nice chat. We always love chats in the dinner. We actually love chats in bed, don't we? We love a chat in bed. And I feel like just say, you can't tell him he's bad in bed, I don't think, and you can't tell her she's bad in bed, whoever you're with. I just feel like you've got to be a bit more like, why don't we try this?
Yeah, you need to tell him what's going on.
Yeah, and just say, it's your body. You're allowed to feel a certain way. You're, as much as you've got to be sensitive to the other person, you want to have a good sexual relationship. And that's a really important thing to educate people here, that knowing what you want isn't unhealthy. Knowing what you want is extremely healthy. And also, we're championing women, men, whoever you go by, whatever you go by, you need to be confident in your sexual desires.
Yeah.
It's 2022, let's go.
Let's go. Next question.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You tell him in a nice way, because obviously you love him and you have to tell things in a nice way, but also you're entitled to want to have good sex. And I just think being open and communicative, if that's a word, is hard, but if that person loves you, or even, not even if you're in a relationship, you're in an open relationship, whatever relationship you're in, if that person cares enough about you to be intimate with you, they should care enough about you to know what you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What are you going for next? Prime Minister?
And also, it's a working relationship. Like, some things that, you've got to, it's a balance.
Yes.
It's not just give, take.
People now.
Sorry, but do you agree?
Yes.
It's give and take.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to give our time to other people.
Okay, here we go. Please help, no sex drive. Oh, I actually had so many people saying about the libido and saying about their sex drive. So I think that's a really important thing.
Yeah.
I really don't think you should overanalyze it, personally. Another question actually that ties in with this later on was...
And
you go.
Don't compare yourself to others. Like, don't think, my sex drive's not as much as other people. Everyone's varies. Yeah. It really does. So.
And someone said, is it weird that sometimes I love sex and sometimes I don't want it at all? Right. No. It is not weird in the slightest. I went through, right, before I met Spencer, when I was single, I wasn't with anyone. Yeah. I guess you could say I was celibate. Well, I was. I was celibate. Yeah. That's when you're not having sex, isn't it?
Yes, I think so,
yes. Yeah. So I was celibate for a long time, many, many years. And I actually went to the GP, and it was after I'd come out of the hospital with my stomach condition, and I was on certain tablets, and for about 3 weeks they put me on antidepressants, and I was worrying that affected it, etc, etc, etc. I was only on them for not even 3 weeks, like just under 3 weeks. And I went to the GP and said, I'm struggling to sleep, I've got my stomach condition, I'm on all this medication, but I also don't even have any urge for any kind of sexual activity with anyone. Even myself, nothing. I was so worried and concerned, and I was 20 at the time, and she said to me, it's actually refreshing that you've come to me as a 20-year-old person, worrying that your sex drive is low, because it's the fact that you've come here that you want to talk about that is really positive. And that was a long time ago. It was like 8 years ago, and the doctor was really, really supportive in London. And she said, it's absolutely nothing to worry about. If you really are continuing to worry about it, come back to me. But genuinely, it's very normal to go through different things. Hormones, medication, stress, times of life, things you're going through, concerns, worries, all these things. And also, even if there's nothing you can pinpoint, sometimes you just don't want to have sex. Exactly. And that is very, very much okay.
It's fine.
It's your body, your choice.
On this planet for a lot of years, so it doesn't matter if you don't want it for a couple of months.
Yeah. Make sure you're checking in on yourself, mental health-wise. Don't worry about libido, don't worry about sex. Try and think, is there something that you're going through at the moment? And if there's not, then fine. But if there is, I would definitely look after yourself, regardless of sex.
Exercise, get it released endorphins.
Yeah.
So, just go for a walk.
Yeah.
Just any activity, just get those endorphins going.
When we were in lockdown, you go, sorry. Yeah, you go, you're right.
I'm finished on that bit.
Have you?
Yeah, finished.
When we were in lockdown, you were doing Joe Wick's ones.
Yeah.
You were more like up for stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
And I think when you do exercise, when Spencer
100%.
showers and has exercise, he is he's so different as a person.
True.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't have a shower that day,
Loppy.
And if he doesn't have exercise that day, floppy. I'm joking. I thought you'd appreciate that one. Do you like that one? Your belly ring hurt.
And I'll tell you what that was. What? Sloppy.
Giuseppe, I'm going to be honest with you. At this moment in time, my sex drive isn't very high, is it? No. Your sex drive's higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when we were first together, my sex drive was higher and Spencer's wasn't. You're never going to meet... You could, because some of my friends have partners that are literally on the same wavelength. That's fine. But also it swings and roundabouts. Like, I have just had a baby. It does still hurt for me. I've spoken to the doctors about it and it's all fine, etc. But women's scar tissue does heal differently. And some women message me and they're like, oh my God, I had the best sex of my life 3 weeks after giving birth. And I was told to wait 6 weeks, but we just went whole hog and we loved it. Yeah. For me, it hasn't been like that.
And we're not getting concerned about it.
We're not getting concerned about it. No. We're not getting concerned about it.
Because there will be a time when, well, A, when it's more comfortable, B, you want to have it a bit more. So
I also think that... We won't...
C, you're going to communicate, and D, you're going to get it.
Oh yeah, I was going to say something else, but...
Really?
Yes. You know, it's... I can't stop thinking about your...
Oh my God. Next question, please. Good Lord. Start bloody blushing. Next question, come on.
What was the question though? Don't worry about it. Focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Get out, have some exercise, and just put yourself first. Don't worry about that. Communicate with your partner, whoever you're with, or even if you're just on your own. You know, if you are really worried about it, go to the GP. Get them to reassure you. You know.
Well, or just listen to us.
Yeah. No, don't. We're not doctors.
No,
we're not
doctors.
That. We're not GPs. Don't trust us. We're just giving you our opinion.
Yes.
This isn't medical advice.
True.
Here you go.
Slap on the wrist.
Slappy. I make myself orgasm better than my boyfriend. Should I introduce toys? What do you think about this, puppy love?
Say again.
I make myself orgasm better than my boyfriend. Should I introduce toys?
Well, again, that's something you need to have a discussion with him.
Yeah.
I think you would, because you know yourself, your body better.
Yeah.
So therefore, could he potentially give you the same orgasm if you show him the way?
This is what I was going to say. We're on the same wavelength.
Sick.
Baby love. Because the thing is, I have never been confident at... I'm going to be honest. This is me being honest. Before, like when we first got together, I find...
We're parents now.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's like, do you say that? Are people like, I don't know.
No, we're not saying.
There's something like no, I just don't think I think, okay, because men can pleasure themselves, right? Yeah. I feel like me pleasuring you with my hand is never going to be as sufficient as yours. However, by communicating, thank you, Spencer showing me, I was honest. I was like, fucking show me. Like, I was like, I'm insecure that I'm not very good at this. He was like, you're brilliant. But I was like, I just want to be as good as I can be for you. Yeah. Because he's he communicates so much with me about him doing things for me. So I would be honest, talk to him, introduce toys, and also show him the way.
Show him the way.
If there's specific points you want him to touch.
Hold my hand and here we go.
Yeah. And the thing is, I feel like it works for him as well, because the more pleasure you get and the real true orgasms he's going to give you, the pleasure for a man when they're giving you, or another half, another woman, whoever it is, the other half to give you pleasure gives them pleasure. Yeah. Like knowing...
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Knowing that you're giving your partner a good time makes you have a good time.
Yeah. You taking your antibiotic today?
Yes, thank you.
I was just thinking about it. I know I'd forget. But yes, exactly. Like, I love giving presents. I love giving other things. For me, giving is better than receiving because I absolutely love seeing people's faces, like when you give them a present or other things sexually. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that it's a two-way...
It's a little present then, is it?
Yeah, you know it. It's a two-way street. I think you get so much from giving. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So show them the way and introduce it. I'm celibate because guys just want to hit it and quit it. Hit it and ghost me. Any tips for loving relationship and sex? I don't really understand this question, but I kind of get it. So,
we had a bit of a chat about this one earlier, actually.
Yeah, on the walk in Hove Park.
On the walk. So, firstly, we think that, I'm sorry that has happened to you and you are getting ghosted because that is savage. But maybe just try and secure a bit more trust before you do end up getting into the bedroom, because it's obviously you're obviously trusting these people. I don't know, was that from a girl question?
Yeah.
So you're trusting the guy, girls, whatever. But so yeah, maybe just you're just gonna have to build up more of a relationship with them, not in terms of like in a relationship, just build up more trust.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
It is really hard, and it's sad to think that people aren't just communicating with what they want anymore. And it's still, it was the same when I was single, it was the same, it's the same now, it's been the same since I was younger. Like, it's unfortunate that sometimes people sell dreams and you think it's going to go a certain way, and then you're like, oh no, I've had sex with them, I didn't want to have sex with them unless it was going to be a relationship, and all these things. And I actually think, unless you're okay for the hit it and quit it, as long as you're being safe and consensual, but if you're okay with that, then that's fine. But by the sounds of it, you don't want to have sex anymore because you're upset that you're being messed around. And I can completely understand that from a woman's perspective, from a male's perspective. No one wants to go into it thinking that they're going to have sex and that the boy or the girl or whoever they are is going to really like them, and then they just
chin them off,
and sack them off. And that's horrible. So I'm sending you all my love, because you can feel very lonely, used. You can feel really rubbish about it, worthless, vulnerable, and giving up hope of people. But trust me, there are good people out there with good intentions, and I think Spencer's right. You're never going to fully know anyone until you live with them, until you really trust them. But I feel like,
but at the end of the day, you can make someone wait. Like seriously, like if they do really like you, they will wait.
He waited. If someone respects you enough, they will wait, and then you can trust them. If you don't want to wait, if you both don't want to wait, and you feel the vibe and you love each other, you don't love each other. If you feel the vibe and you're like yes, 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 then you wanted to in that moment in time. But you've got to just, if for this specific question, please just try and wait a little bit longer. And don't go completely celibate, because you don't need to. There are really good people out there. There are really good people out there who are going to want to commit to you.
We don't need that to go that extreme. No. We just need to just know your worth.
Unless you want to be celibate, and then of course go for it.
Fair play.
Do you know what I mean? Okay, how do you guys get intimate when your stomach condition flares up? The struggle is real. The answer to that is
we don't.
No. We don't get intimate when my stomach condition flares up because it's painful. I don't really want to be sitting there loving life with all the gas and pain coming up, and pain in the sort of...
Well, we don't need it that much in a moment in time, so we just wait for another day.
I don't have much of a sex drive when my stomach condition's flaring up either, and Spencer is very supportive and appreciative of that. So I personally would just advise, if it's painful and it's a struggle, then don't do it. If you have your stomach condition flare up and then later on you feel a bit better, but I personally wouldn't put your body through that if you're in pain. Do you know what I mean?
You want to feel comfortable when you're having sex or doing oral or anything like that. You don't want to, not feel your best.
No. Me and my hubby have different styles of having sex. He likes more plain sex and I like to change it up a bit. Any advice? I know we're going to say it again, but talk to him. Talk to him. Initiate it in a different way. Maybe have like a nice dinner together, and maybe treat yourself to some new underwear and some lingerie, and just listen.
Honestly, right? If you're not talking about it, one person's going to think that it's actually all good. So you can't read someone's mind.
No.
If you're having the plain sex and you're still enjoying it, then he's not going to think none the wiser. And
also, it's not fair for you to be having the plain sex all the time when that's what he wants, but it's not what you want. So you don't have to put up and shut up. He's your husband. He loves you. He'll appreciate you being honest with him. I would, just initiate it in a nice manner.
Just sit on his face.
There you go. I was going to say something. I think sex is one of these things where, because we don't talk about it, and this is why we like doing these videos, it's an open conversation. You don't go into sex in a relationship or a marriage, or sex in general with anyone you're going to have sex with. It's the closest you can physically ever be to someone. From sex, a human can be made. It is the closest, most intimate, most incredible thing ever that you need to communicate with someone. If you don't like something, please do not lie there, sit there, do whatever, and put up with it. You don't have to. Like, be honest. And it doesn't have to be an argument or a row. It just has to be like, I really like it when you do this.
If you didn't like your dinner, you speak up. And it's not as important as sex, is it?
I also think boosting someone's ego and building them up a bit and then telling them is a good way. Like, God, I love that sex last night. It was so good when you did this. But you know what? I was thinking we could really try this. Like my friend was saying that. You know? And like boost their ego up a bit. No one's ever complained about a boosted ego.
No.
And you know, it's a nice way to be told something. You know, like, oh, do you know what? When you did that, I was literally. And then he'll be like, or she'll be like, yeah, buddy. And then you can be like, do that again. But when we do it next time, like do it a bit like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Back in the game.
We're back in the game. Right. Feeling insecure when I'm bloated to have sex. Any tips? Well, personally, for me, if it's not painful bloating wise, oh no, quickly, just answer that really quickly. Sorry, let me read that out again. And because I know what I should have said.
We kind of answered this a minute ago with the stomach one.
But no, but feeling insecure when I'm bloated. Sorry? Hun, don't you ever feel insecure about your body?
Yeah, no.
Ever.
Blimey.
Never. Bloating is normal. Bloating is not unsexy.
Peppermint tea?
Yeah, have some peppermint tea, love your
Is that
life.
right?
Peppermint tea and love your life. But you bloat all you want, hun.
I've bloated
You
so
still
much.
deserve to be loved. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bloating or no bloating.
Be sipping on your tea and jumping on the D.
I love... Oh my god. At least we're always going to be open and honest with Raina. We're obviously not going to speak about things like this with her.
Absolutely
Lots
not.
of people are like, what if she watches these videos back? I'm pretty sure when she's old enough to watch these videos back, we would have deleted...
Well, no, she's not going to go on Mum and Dad's YouTube.
Sex Q&A, she will not be watching because we will be filtering that stuff.
Exactly.
Like, we will have YouTube filters for those things. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And also, when she is old enough, then we'll have those open communications with her anyway.
Yeah.
When she is old enough to talk about sex and stuff like that. You know? Anyway, what was I going to say? Yes, have sex. If it's not uncomfortable, if you're uncomfortable bloated, then don't, because I know what it's like. But actually, when we used to have sex when I was bloated, what would happen afterwards?
Oh, right, basically like a laxative.
It was like a laxative. It was like a laxative.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
There's a toilet, you'd be like that, there you go. Because it would normally be massage sex poo.
Yeah, like a bloody pessary or something, wouldn't
I
it?
used to get so many more massages from you.
Yeah,
And you bought me a massage table.
Yeah, right, well, we'll get it out later, mate.
We
Not
won't.
tonight, tomorrow night.
Not tonight, we've got The Apprentice.
Yeah, we're dragging us down. Mum and Dad.
Wait, The Apprentice is finished, I reckon. The last episode.
What?
It was. We've got This Is Us. Right, ready?
What do you mean it was the last episode?
It was the last episode of the season, wasn't it?
You're winding me up.
I swear.
There's like 6 candidates left.
Not The Apprentice, sorry. Dragon's Den.
No, there is. I saw a trailer earlier.
Oh, was there? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, cheeky.
Look at me. A little
Wake
bit
up,
black.
Emma.
A little bit black.
Have I had it the whole time?
No, not the whole time.
Can you get it off, please, Prince?
Look at me then.
I've got a bit of dry skin there. And what about hair?
Look at me then. I don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, I've got rid of it. Yeah, it's fine. Do you know what it is? Because
Mascara.
you've been laughing and going.
Yeah, I know. Silly me. Okay. How should I initiate sex without seeming pushy? It depends on your relationship. I can't speak for everyone else. I can't. I don't know what your partner's like. I don't know what you're like with them.
Yeah.
I know from my own perspective, if I want to initiate sex without seeming pushy,
Just get naked and sit next to me.
yeah, I would. Because that's what starts you. I would come down. I would though, you know I would.
What's that?
If I just walked in front of you naked.
Yeah, get me going, wouldn't it?
I'd just be like, I'm just going to get to my pyjamas, and then he's there like,
Get a bit of blood.
oh, what have I done to deserve this?
Get a bit of blood running to the other brain.
Yeah, that's what you always say, don't you?
But no,
What
but
would
so
you
seriously,
think?
yeah, we're a bit.
What do you think?
What's that? Not without being too pushy.
Yeah. Just try start kissing him first.
Kissing him.
Kissing his neck, maybe give him a massage.
A little tickle. Cuddles. Touches
Cuddles,
it.
touches, yeah.
Touch. Massage. That gets.
See, massage.
That gets the endorphins going. That
Foot
gets.
rub if you don't care about feet.
Light touch.
Light touch massage. You know?
Hey?
What about this one picking up?
Yeah. So yeah, just just not
Being intimate without being sexual. So being intimate and close. Maybe again treating yourself to something new in your underwear and be like, I just want to show you it.
Yeah. Maybe
What
not
else?
too much in sort of times of invading the privacy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that can be someone could be a bit like, oh, damn.
Yeah, and understand timings about it, you know,
Yeah.
different things might be going on in life and
Yeah.
stuff. So don't worry about it, and don't worry about, you know, if you are feeling too pushy and stuff, just communicate that with him and be like, sorry if I'm being pushy, I just really want to be close to you.
I really
want to have sex.
Yeah.
I want to absolutely love my life.
I want to lick the lollipop.
Exactly. Like the lollipop. Do you want to like the lollipop? So, yeah, I think there is never you know, you're always going to feel like you're on eggshells with things, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you've just got to go for it, be honest, be open, talk to that person, initiate it in a soft manner, initiate it in whatever manner you want to initiate it, as long as they're feeling comfortable with the other person. But, you know your person. You know your person, we don't know your person. I know how I would work you.
Yeah.
But I would just say, you know best.
Exactly.
If you feel like it's being too pushy, just tone it down a bit. Do different other things. Do things more subtly.
Whether you've been with someone a week, a month, a year, fiance, you know, you just got to communicate.
Yeah.
Whatever stage of your relationship or your dating stage, just got to communicate, guys.
And if you are struggling with communication, then maybe send me a DM for the next Q&A, because we'll do another one of these Q&As. And send me a DM about how, when you're communicating, what their response is, because then we can actually sit down and talk about it.
Because obviously, if you're a girl asking, I'm a boy, so I can give you a boy's perspective. Or if you're a guy, I want a girl's.
And also we can see how they're reacting to you, so we can see what is pushy for you.
What we could do.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we, the sex gurus?
Well, yeah, but we're not, are we?
I know.
But if there is, so we'll do another one of these, and I'll say to people, if you want to send me a longer thing for DMs, then you can give me a bit more of a backstory. Also, the last question is, any good lube recommendations? No. Can you holler at us? Because we just use the normal standard Durex. But if you've got any better ones, actually my midwife told me about one when I was pregnant. She said go to the sex shops in what's it where you used to work, by there.
Where you used to work, it's in where I
used
to work in a bloody sex shop.
Where there was a barbers, up those roads, like sex shops.
God, what?
Yeah.
Is that sort of road I worked on, was it?
No, you know, in Brighton.
I know.
If you have any, holler at us.
Yeah.
But
maybe we should come up with a natural lube and don't drag us down.
Natural lube, coconut oil mixed with. No, I'm joking. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I really hope you enjoy this video. It's just an open, honest chat.
We're on all socials, by the way. We're on TikTok, Instagram. You know, follow us.
Yeah.
And you know, we just love your support and your following. So until next time,
I'm gonna love you.
I'm gonna leave you.
And we'll do another one of these if you really like it. We love you guys so much. Until next
later,
time. Bye. Love you.
Good night.